Lagos panel recommends renaming of Lekki Tollgate to Endsars Tollgate. Apologizes to protesters. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning to listen. The panel, led by retired Judge Doris Okwobi, submitted the reports at the governor's office in Alausa, Ikeja. Now the news in detail. The Lagos State Judicial Panel of Inquiry has recommended that the Lekki Tollgate be made a memorial site by renaming it to the Endsars Tollgate. Recall that the panel submitted the reports on Lekki shooting incident and police brutality cases to the state government on Monday. The panel, led by retired Judge Doris Okwobi, submitted the report at the governor's office in Alausa, Ikeja. The panel recommended that October 20th be made Endsars Nationality Day in commemoration of the victims of the incident, or that the day should be made a toll-free day at the tollgate. The panel also suggested there should be a monument memorizing the lives lost and those injured at the Lekki tollgate with their names inscribed on the monument. However, it is not clear where this should be situated. It also requested that the federal government publicly apologizes to the youth for abruptly undermining the protests with their state actors. The panel recommended the establishment of a special trust fund for compensation of the victims and ensuring justice is served and is seen to be served for accelerated healing to win the peace and build public trust. A part of the recommendation reads, the panel recommends that the Lekki Toll Plaza be made a memorial site for Endsars protest by renaming to Endsars Tollgate. The panel recommends that October 20th of every year, the day is made a toll-free day at the Lekki Tollgate as long as the tollgate exists. That October 20th of every year be made Endsars Day nationally for the remembrance of our fallen youths. That for the purpose of restitution, healing, and reconciliation, the federal government needs to publicly apologize to the youth for abruptly undermining the protests with their state actors. The government should do all it can to bridge the gap of distrust with the youth. A monument memorizing the lives lost and those injured at the Lekki tollgate with their names inscribed on the monument. Some of the suggestions made to the government to be made by the panel are as follows. The situation of the integrity of the scene of incident must be preserved, and items of physical evidence should not be removed between the time lapse from the incident scene examination in any other situation. The panel recommends that the Lekki Toll Plaza be made a memorial site for Endsars protest by renaming it to Endsars Tollgate. The panel recommends that October 20th of every year, the day is made a toll-free day at the Lekki tollgate as long as the tollgate exists. That October 20th of every year be made Endsars Day nationally for the remembrance of our fallen youth. That for the purpose of restitution, healing, and reconciliation, the federal government needs to publicly apologize to the youth for abruptly undermining the protests with their state actors. The government should do all it can to bridge the gap of distrust with the youth. A monument memorizing the lives lost and those injured at the Lekki tollgate with the names inscribed on the monument. Recommend the establishment of a standing committee to bridge the gap between the society and the police via information gathering, community engagement, youth sensitization, prompt intervention in issues that require intelligence-led policing and community policing principles for the review and action of a State Commissioner of Police Action NAC timeline, 18 months. It is recommended that the scrutiny of all disciplinary processes of the Nigerian Army and the police be made transparent and outcomes made public periodically. The dark days of military rule is over, and more democratic principles and approaches are required to win both the peace and public trust. The panel recommends that the compliance response units of the police at the FHQ must be reinforced to scale up its national responsibilities in prompt engagement and treating public complaints against erring officers across the country to fight conflagration. It is recommended that the unit, given its influence on prompt engagement, will be more effective reporting directly to the IGP, Action NSC timeline 2 months. It is recommended that any data that may be generated over the years on the impunity of the police across Nigeria be studied and deployed as early warning signs, EWS mechanisms, Action NSC timeline 3 months. It is recommended that compensation to the victim in cases emanating from the Lekki incident of 20th of October 2020 be facilitated and promptly disbursed to ensure justice is served and same to be served for accelerated healing to win the peace and build public trust. Action NSC timeline 1 month. Panel recommends a special trust fund for compensation of victims of a Lekki Tollgate incident of October 20th, 2020 and other established and proven human rights abuses. Okay, though this will not bring back the fallen heroes, sincerely. It was even worse that these people were attacked, that they were shot at. But what made it more bad, like the little one that people were managed, okay, there was a shooting. You came out openly and you said that this particular Lekki massacre, that it never happened, that it is a staged, that the videos were staged, the pictures were staged, and I'm saying so people will leave their houses. People no longer have what to do. Even if they are not employed, they will leave their houses, go outside and start camouflaging. For what reasons? They are not even asking you for money. It's not like these people are even asking for money. They never wanted the money of the government. All they were asking for is for good governance. It's for justice. They were protesting against youth. They were going about their businesses that are being harassed and some of them killed in gruesome murder. For what? For looking good, for smelling nice, for using the phone for buying a phone that is going to help me, in my business. I'm seen as a thief and as a criminal. Meanwhile, the real people that are committing the crime, they are walking free in Borno, in Sokoto. In fact, they have made Borno and Sokoto their headquarters. So the apology needs to be done, and not just the apology, because even the apology is not going to be enough. What is going to even calm down tension is that the reason for that particular protest that led to the Lekki massacre is addressed. And it is then we can now say the people that died did not die in vain. That the police brutality, the bad governance is ended, the rule of law is applied, and every citizen of Nigeria deserves to live in a society or in Nigeria that there is justice, there is fairness, there is equity, there is rule of law, and above all, that democracy is embraced in its totality. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.